is different for many East Texas families.
Many of them now have one fewer thing to worry about when it comes to making sure their students are fed throughout the year. GMET's Lorena Rivas joins us again to explain what this means for East Texas parents and their students. Lorena?
Blaine, hundreds of East Texas schools are able to provide free meals to students through the Community Eligibility Provision. It's a federal grant given to schools to help cover meals in the upcoming school year, meaning parents do not have to fill out a school lunch application. This will help feed thousands of students in nearly 300 schools across East Texas. For example, for the first time this year, Longview ISD will provide free meals to all of their students K through 12. And the district nutrition director says children need those healthy meals to learn.
It also will cause discipline issues because when they're hungry and they're little, they're going to try to do something to take their mind off of being hungry. So they're not listening to the teacher, they're poking with whoever's sitting next to them.
Longview is not the only district that is benefiting from this program. 286 schools from 80 districts in East Texas have also been approved to operate the Community Eligibility Provision. To see the full list of East Texas schools that have been approved, scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to kltv.com or ktre.com and head to the big red box. And if you're wondering regarding the schools that don't fall under that program, the charge lunch meals based on the eligibility determined on the lunch application. Victoria and Lane, back to you.
Lorena, thanks so much for helping us understand this important change.